what is the best way to approach a brand that we want to work with? So my answer to that question would be, okay, let me just be real with y'all. I'm very nosy. And so I am constantly asking my friends, how did you snag that partnership? Where did that come from? Like, how do I get in with them? What worked? What didn't work? And I will tell you that maybe 85 to 90% of the partnerships that you're seeing as a consumer are brand partnerships that were forged by content creators who were approached by the brand, not brands that they pitched. Okay. They had incoming leads from brands, not outgoing proposals. And so one of the things you've got to realize is that you have to be appealing for brands to reach out to you. When brands reach out to you, you immediately have more leverage than if you pitch them yourself. I get 2 to 3 times more money if someone emails me versus me emailing them. And so, some people say like, law of attraction, I attract things. Like, truthfully, whether you believe in that or not, the reality is if you are constantly putting out quality content and when you get a partnership, you truly shout it from the rooftops. People working get more work. Okay, I want to say that again. People who are working get more work. You have to not only pursue the customers, pursue the partnerships, you have to tell people that you have them. So on Instagram, I've gotten in the habit of doing, new partner alerts when I get a new affiliate partner, whether it is Logitech or Squarespace or HubSpot or Tailwind. When those brands decide to partner with me, y'all gonna know about it. Whether it was, a sponsored deal or just an affiliate partnership that they allowed me to be a part of, I'm going to market that. When I do sponsored live streams, you're going to see that sponsor's name everywhere, because what's happening is not only am I getting paid by those brands, but other brands are seeing what they could get should they choose to give me money, right? So you have to understand that when you're actively working, you're also actively auditioning for the next gig. And as someone who was a trained actress, I've been working in professional theater since I was 7 years old. I understand how it works. Speakers book speaking engagements from the stage, not from pitching, okay? And so pitching is really about when you're approached, having a pitch to negotiate. That's how I think about pitching. When you do reach out to me, I want to get the best rate possible. And I want to open your eyes to maybe possibilities that you weren't previously considering. And so it's important that when you're partnering with these brands, not only are you creating good content, but you're also taking time away from content creation to be ideating and thinking about, man, what could I create that would be a no-brainer for a brand? A great example of that was my National Small Business Week series. A spinoff of that series is going to be a campaign about 5 ways to support small businesses. That series is going to be sponsored. Haven't signed on the dotted line yet, so y'all ain't gonna know who that sponsor is, but when it happens, you will know about it. And so I came up with a concept and a pitch for how much it would cost to stick your logo on that series. Have I filmed anything yet? No. But I had a brief, this is what it would be like. And you can obviously tell from my company's website, Life Focus Pictures, and from my YouTube channel, I know how to create high quality video content. And so you don't have to sit around and just wait for brands to come find you. You can create ideas, but the best thing to do is to market when brands are willing to put their name on your stuff. As people start seeing you work with more brands, more and more brands will want to partner with you. I've got an incredible partnership coming up where I'm actually going to be partnering with a brand I know you've heard of, and we are going to be filming my podcast episode. And so not only am I going to be on a podcast that I can't talk about yet, I'm going to be on camera, which I'm like, sis, yes, get ready. Like, this is my domain. So I'm telling you, you can't just be focused on doing the work. You have to market the work you're doing, or you're going to find yourself constantly caught up in that rat race of where is my next client? How do I get more people in my funnel? And that is why YouTube is so helpful, because while I'm working one-on-one with people like Cody, I also have YouTube running in the background, sending traffic to my shop and generating passive income with my affiliate links. So I'm genuinely generating passive income, getting daily payouts in PayPal and Stripe while I pour myself into showing up well for my one-on-one clients and creating good content for my sponsors. So it looks like a lot from the outside, but because I have good systems, I'm able to really thrive and pour myself into the content because I've got all these other things in place behind the scenes.
Absolutely. So I think there's multiple ways on approaching that brand. I think for me, Yelp actually seemed to work well, because it felt a little less scary, because you can post a job there and the businesses choose whether or not to accept and respond back. And so that felt good to me, because I felt like, okay, I'm putting this out there, and if there's any bites, fantastic. It was a low lift, low stress situation for me, and it seemed to work pretty well. And I've also done stuff via Instagram DM. And I think with personal outreach like that, where it's different, where with like a platform like Yelp or even like the UGC creation platforms where you're posting about it or responding to a post, I would say with Instagram, it requires a little bit more of that relationship marketing. And so LaShonda taught me you need to be DMing with folks or with the brand ahead of time, engaging with their content, kind of nurturing that relationship for a few weeks before you pitch them for an ask or for a brand deal. And so typically what I'll do is just like kind of nurture that relationship and then send a DM to them and just saying like, hey, love this. This is what I do. If you're interested, here's a link to my UGC page on my website.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I'm like, that was probably one of my favorite things, was helping Cody to refine his UGC page. So if you guys want to work with Cody in the capacity of having him create content for you, you can go to his website and see what he offers there, see some of his past performance from content. So it's like a really cool way of having something primed and ready for those brand partnerships instead of having to get all that stuff together. So that was a super in-depth answer, but I'm really passionate about showing people the easier way to make money, because right now we're in a recession and people are working so freaking hard for so little. And so I've learned a lot. I've never had a full-time job working for anyone. I have been an entrepreneur for over a decade. And now I am just being so open and honest about what's working so that you guys can leverage that for yourselves. So that's why I do it. I give a lot of information. When I tell you a lot, I give a lot away because God has just been so good. And so I encourage you to follow along with that journey.